to talk about. We had a fun weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 110, Jobins. Brenden, how we doing?
Doing good. It's President's Day. I'm off for the holiday, federal holiday.
Lucky.
Let's go. George Washington's birthday. Let's go.
Lucky.
That dude's 292 years old now. Let's go. Happy birthday, George Washington.
Damn. 8-3. Wow. Time's crazy. Dude, I got to go to work. I wish I was fucking off today. Jeez. Lucky. No, I'm happy for you, dude. We were able to do this pod. Jobins, we had a crazy fun weekend with the boys. I fucked some burgers up again.
Hey, dude, those gas grills they can be tough when you do charcoal all the time.
Dude, I'm still kicking myself, though. I'm like, God damn it. Why can't I just grill some burgers on this gas grill, dude? I'm good at my charcoal grill. It's the second time.
I think it's because, when we turn the dials on low, I think because charcoal's hotter naturally, like if we would have turned it on high, that it would have cooked faster. Just a theory.
Well, I've probably lost all of Tim and Sean's trust when it comes to barbecuing, which sucks because they see my stories on my Instagram. I know all the Jobins do too. It's because I'm a barbecuer with my charcoal. Mm-hmm. Sean said, "Oh, you guys had the butane too low." I'm like, son of a bitch, And the flames seemed high. And what throws me off is, I go by feel. They felt done. The outsides I had them so perfect. That's what upsets me too the most. And then every time, they're red as fuck.
I liked your toughness of the feelness, but I don't think that's an accurate test now.
Dude,
I think because when you cut it, Matt, Tim's brother, he cut it in half, and then we were able to see how red it was. And then next time we cut it in half and it was dark, I was like, okay, this looked cooked.
There was 2 of them that were done out of the whole 10. And those were the 2 that felt the best to me out of all the other, and they were good. They were the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. Dude, with my charcoal grill, I can just start that charcoal, close that lid, put a timer on, come back, open it, they're fucking done.
I know. It was like an hour.
Dude.
If not more.
I don't get it. I'll try and master it. I'll try and get over it, but man, is my head down on these for right now.
And they look good too. Like on the eye test, they have the grilled sear marks on them. They're like all black and ready to go, but then when you eat inside it.
Yeah. But it was fun. We also met Tim's brother, Matt. Fucking cool, dude.
Good guy.
Holy crap. Complete opposite to Tim. So chill. Knowledgeable. No, I'm just kidding. Super cool guy, though. We played that Frisbee game.
Mm-hmm. I finally won a game. I'm the worst at it, but Tim and I were able to beat Daniel, Sean's brother, and Matt, Tim's brother. Let's go. Got a win in there.
I like to think I'm pretty decent at it.
You and Blake are both good at the game. You guys are getting those threes in.
Tim was trying to get in my head when I was playing against him with Sean. Nothing.
I wish I knew what the Frisbee game was called exactly, but Jobins, how it works is they got the 2 cans on each side and then a slit through the middle, and if you go through the slit, it's an automatic win. If you get in the circle, it's 3 points, 2 points if you hit it directly, and 1 point if your teammate assists in hitting the tray.
Me and Sono got our ass kicked by Tim and Sean. I was just trying to get in the middle at that point. It was like 5-19. We were getting our asses
You guys
kicked.
got beat.
Our asses.
What happened?
Just couldn't get together. I got invited to go with Sean and Elena and Danny to our swim meet. Mm-hmm. Dude, that was a lot of fun. I was telling them, like, this would be a cool job. It'd be a cool job. Teaching little kids how to swim and shit. I love swimming. But it'd be a little frustrating, too, at the same time, because I was watching the instructors. You got to have patience of crying kids who are absolutely terrified of the water.
And there's a lot of them?
Yeah, you got to get these kids to trust water. And it was really cool because Elena was all excited when we got there. When me and Sean walked in, she's waving. And apparently, since I was there and Sean was there and she had like a crowd, she performed better.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because right now she's trying to get on her back going, floating, but she wasn't trusting it at first. When I went and Sean was there, she was doing really good with it, so it was cool.
Dang, and she's so young, too. It's cool, like, because it took me so long to learn how to swim. So
I know.
For these kiddos good for them.
I know. Sean should be in there with her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, yeah, there was another little girl with her who was such a small little thing. She was terrified the whole time. And they're still putting her through it. I'm like, damn. That's adversity right there. You know what I mean? These little kids, they're putting these little kids through adversity. Terrified. Kaplunk. And I'm going, oh, shit. Just because I'm so scared for them, you know?
I saw your story where Elena got dunked,
yeah, like,
and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. But then it's so cool because she loves it. She's getting good. I think that's something that parents should do a lot. If you can afford her to do it, I think if I was a parent and I could afford that shit, I think I would definitely do it.
Just putting kids in sports in general, I think is a really cool way to like get them to have those social skills and like. Yeah, that's awesome.
It was cool. But Jobins, we went and saw Ant-Man. Let's get into this.
Ooh.
What'd you think?
I liked Ant-Man. I thought it was pretty well done.
Mm-hmm. You think so? Mm-hmm. What would you give it? 1 out of 10.
Ooh, on the spot here.
Give it to me.
You know what? I think I'll give it a 7.5. It doesn't quite hit the 8 mark because I didn't feel like the stakes were high enough, even though they seemed like they were high. I go 7.5 for that reason, most of all.
Damn, I'm gonna be a negative Nancy again. Here I come.
Ooh, he's got a lower score. Let's hear it.
5.8.
You know what?
Schmidt.
I'm down to hear why.
All right. Well, everyone, it's funny because everyone was shitting on the special effects for this movie, and I've been shitting on the special effects for so long with green screens and all that and CGI that this was no different to me with any of the other horrible CGI movies that have been coming out, and there's been a lot.
You thought the CGI was bad?
Well, I mean, I just kind of thought it was funny how much shit it was getting because of Madoc.
Oh, Madoc. Mechanized organism designed only for killing.
Yes. Everyone was shitting that. And then it was funny. Someone pulled up Spy Kids 3D.
Okay.
And it was similar scenes. Like there's this guy on a big giant face screen. And then it's also the 2 kids standing with like a horrible CGI background. And then it's the same thing with Ant-Man. It's got the little bad Madoc face and then them standing with a horrible CGI. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, where have we come? And I was watching King Kong on Netflix.
2005 too.
Peter Jackson. Even today, I'm like, dude, this looks pretty damn good.
Peter Jackson was ahead of his time, wouldn't you say? I mean, he did Lord of the Rings in that movie, and
he had the funds. But I don't know, dude. CGI, everyone was really shitting on it. I thought it was kind of funny because it was similar. Mm. You love your Thor, whatever which one.
I like all the Thors except for Dark World.
Yeah, and there's so many times where it's like the back. It just I don't know. So I thought that was kind of funny. The pace of the movie I thought was decent, right?
Good pacing, yeah.
Paul Rudd always kills it. I love Paul Rudd so much, and the fact that he's even Ant-Man still to this day, I'm just so happy for him in his whole career. Well, Sugar Shane or someone's here, but
Our dog Petrie, man,
who might be out.
He's a good guard dog.
He's gonna get kicked out. But no, Mama O'Malley's freaking out right now, Jobins, because we smoke weed in the house, and that might affect him, might not. I don't know. She's worried about it, so we'll see in the future what's gonna happen with Mr. Petrie. I hope he doesn't go because I do love him.
Mm-hmm. He's a good pup.
At the end of the day, he's a good dog, and he loves it over here. We treat him so well. He gets so excited when we get here.
Gets attention.
Yeah, it's almost as if I'm like, sometimes I'm like, are we the only family you've ever known now? How long? Dude, you got to quit barking, bro. We're live, baby. You got to quit barking, buddy. We're live.
Oh, he's a good pup.
He's a good boy. But yeah, back to Paul Rudd. I thought Paul Rudd always did a good job. As far as Madoc, mm-hmm. I kind of thought he was funny because he's always been that character that was never taken serious. I read articles where like no one knew what to fucking do with this guy, and so I thought they did it well. He was funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
And the way he died at the end. Oh, spoiler! It's Jobins. Spoilers.
Oh, yeah. That is a spoiler.
I'll put it in the title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just him, because his whole ego and how he went out with it in his final moments, that shit was funny as fuck. I thought that was good. And it was cool that the character from the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they brought back the bad guy from the first one.
Which you didn't know until we went and saw that.
I know. Well, it's been so long since 2015 since the first Ant-Man came out.
Which is crazy.
I forgot about what happened in it.
Yeah. Yeah. But another good thing was the bad guy, Jonathan Majors. I thought he carried the film, to be honest. He did a really good job. What do you think of this whole multiverse and the direction it's going?
Well, see, that's when I gave it the 8 to the 7.5 because the stakes not being there. I was like, they took out, another spoiler, I guess. They took out Jonathan Majors' bad guy, freaking Kane the Conqueror at the end of it. And then all of a sudden now there's this council of Kanes and it's a bunch of him. And I'm just like, so what? You just kill this guy a billion times? The whole multiverse thing, I don't know, man.
That's how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Do you know what it does? It kind of takes the specialness away from like the main universe.
Ooh, yeah.
Because which one's the main now? If there's what makes this one any different from any of the other ones? Who's to say that's not the main one?
Well, I guess the reason that Kane the Conqueror is supposed to be such a badass is because he kind of can like rule over the multiple realities.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, I don't know, man.
Okay, this is one of my biggest things, story-wise, Jobins. Michelle Pfeiffer's character.
Right.
This bitch goes in there for 30 years.
The original Wasp.
Yeah. And she knows that this guy's in there, King the Conqueror. She knows all the things he's done. And she knows the group of superheroes that she has when she gets back to wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And she's keeping this shit a secret?
100. What a dummy.
Execute this bitch. That's in my... And I'm like, I'm like, hold on. If I'm like... Because, Iron Man's dead. No, that's not because of that. But this guy... Multiple verses?
And he's potentially more powerful than anyone we've ever seen.
Thanos. What are we doing? Keeping that a secret, bitch?
And it's like she gets mad.
That a secret?
She has the audacity to get mad at the rest of her family for trying to get to the quantum realm and shit and contact it. And you don't tell them?
Yeah. And then apparently with Bill Murray's character, who she's been having just crazy sex with the whole time.
Bill Murray was funny in it, too.
Oh, I loved him. He did such a good job in it, dude. He killed it in his scene. But even he's like, oh, your mom didn't tell you? And it's like, oh, what? So are you keeping all this shit a secret because of the shit you did?
100.
Oh, you bitch.
That's how it comes off. Michelle Pfeiffer's character, she's a little...
Oh, you bitch.
She's a little two-timer.
So you're caring about your ego and image more than about the whole multiverses of universes and even your universe. Yeah, I was a little upset about that. I thought, man, that was a little weak. And then the whole multiverse thing, dude, because now what? Now we're going to get the Secret Wars. Iron Man's coming back. He's going to be a different bad Iron Man.
Well,
who else is coming back?
I will counter with this one point. I think it would be really sick if they got all the best versions of themselves, all the heroes from all the multiple universes, and then teamed up to fight the Council of Kings. That's how I kind of see it playing out,
That'd be kind of cool.
With like, oh, you got this version with freaking... Spider-Man, and then this version of Iron Man, and this version of Thor, and then all of them team up, and they're like the best versions. Oh, you got a souped-up team, dude.
That's so many movies.
Multiversal team.
Think they'll bring back Thanos?
And they could have a good Thanos. Let's
go
to a universe where we can get a good Thanos that's going to help us out. Beat Kane.
Dude, it's getting too diluted.
Diluted. I like that. Because, I mean, honestly, they have too much Marvel.
Yeah, dude. That's why... Disney, I like what Disney's saying right now with the guy saying they're dialing it back. They're saying they're gonna start releasing projects further between each other, so less. That I think Marvel should do the same thing. It's just overload. And now this whole multiverse. At first I was digging it. I go see Ant-Man. I'm like, okay, now I know how this is gonna go for the next 10 years, and it's just so much.
Yeah, they need to dial it back.
Yeah, even South Park made fun of it.
Yeah, with Kyle running Hollywood.
Yeah. And that's how I feel. Things need to be just focused on more.
More character building instead of messages. You know, they make these characters just to have a message instead of like, why do I care about this character? No, we just made him so he can say this or...
Yeah. Oh, here's a new fucking superhero does all this.
This character talks about these social issues. Okay, that's great to deal with social issues, but what about the character themselves? She-Hulk was a very shallow show.
Yeah. Like Captain Marvel. Remember how much Captain Marvel was pushed? Where's she at?
Well, they're making a new show.
With Brie Larson?
Yeah. Called The Marvels. It's called The Marvels. It has 3 women now that are... one of them's called Photon. Then you got, what's her name? Captain Marvel. And then another one named Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. Captain Marvel. Secret Marvel.
The Marvels.
The Marvels.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. My prediction, though, dude, I kind of think that DC movies are going to be better here in the next few years than the Marvel movies.
Oh, man.
It's a bold prediction because I think we have to go through the next couple to fix it. And then once those come out to fix everything, the badass ones will come out.
You know what I would do instead? Neither of those two. Image Comics with Robert Kirkman, our boy from Walking Dead. I say you make The Invincible, but you make that a real TV show because The Boys is already such a big hit.
Oh, yeah, I love The Boys.
Which is like not him, but like, you know, similar styles. I would love to see a more serious cinematic universe that's pushed more with all these other comic book characters that, you know, a lot of people haven't heard of.
Like Watchmen did in movies. We'll do with that, Invincible. But The Invincible's got the TV show, right?
Yeah, the animated TV show. I'd love a live action version. Yeah. I'd love a live action version of a lot of like Spawn, like that guy Todd McFarlane, the man who pretty much runs all of Image Comics. He should get into that.
True.
I would love to see it. Let's give someone else a chance.
Well, dude, with James Gunn doing all this shit, I can't wait for Guardians. I've loved all the Guardians all the time. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for the new Guardians too. That'll be good.
Yeah. Jobins. Schmitty started Jiu-Jitsu. Now I know I can't talk much. I only went once, and it's only once a week that I'm starting. But I started.
Once a week's more than before. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Sono and Brock. You were at work, and I was just in my head about, I'm like, man, I'm not ready because I always go back and forth. I'm like, do I do the beginner classes or go with you guys to the crazy classes? I'll probably do both eventually. But right now, I'm going to keep doing it with you guys. I like going with you guys and being able to roll with you. Maybe if Brock and Sono went on a morning I was off and we did a morning class, beginning class, maybe I forget what days they do it. But that'd probably be pretty sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a lot, Jobins. Schmitty, why did you all of a sudden start? Just a lot going on. I've always wanted to do it. But then I go back and forth. You know me. I want to do it and I don't want to do it. And I just, women, Jobins, women motivated me to do this. Why? Because I'm just tired of like not being good enough. And I want to be good enough. And I'm not, every time this happens with a girl, I know it's for a reason. And I think the reason is I'm not ready for it. Why? Because I'm not good myself yet. I need to get Schmitty right.
100%. You know, I think that's what everyone should look at it that way.
Yeah. So I'm just like, why am I wasting energy on people who don't care and don't matter, right? When I got such a great team around me. I got Tim, fucking legend. I got Sean O'Malley, fucking legend.
Masters of discipline.
Masters, right? And these guys, they see what I can do. I need to see it myself, right? I need to see it my fucking self. And they've been wanting me to do this jiu-jitsu forever. They're always on to me about it. So I'm just like, and some Andrew Tate shit happened, and I don't have to use Andrew Tate, but some of his quotes that I would see on my reels just hit me. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do with this sad energy? Maybe some of you Jobins watching right now, you can judge me, whatever, but maybe you're sad right now. Well, we got to channel this sad energy, and we got to use it for something. I want to do jits with the boys. I need to overcome my fear of it, which I'm doing. I'm probably still going to get a little anxiety this coming Thursday again before I go, but I'm going to overcome it. You know what I mean?
What are you anxiety for, bro? Get this, right? You're spry, man. You're a quick guy for your size. And your size, you're big. Dude, like, Brock couldn't even get his legs around you to pull guard.
You guys are little guys. You know what I mean?
He's still 6 foot tall. Like,
let me roll with one.
A 6 foot tall guy couldn't put his legs around you to get guard. You can break through guards pretty easy that way.
Well, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you have so much potential. Like, really.
The anxiety comes from not knowing anything.
True. Yeah.
When I see these techniques and these things that these guys are doing, these high level jiu-jitsu guys who are so good. But I just got to remember, Schmitty and anyone you out there, they all started like me. They all started. That's how they all started. Now look at them. So I got to quit looking at the bigger picture of it, and I got to zone in on just one day at a time. You
know what I would recommend too is like taking things as slow as you want, of course. Work on that top game pressure and the basics, just like those guard passes. Basic stuff like that. You don't have to do submissions and stuff right away or work on your back. I think once you get those dominant, man, anyone that starts standing is going to be in a scary place if they, get on their back from you.
Yeah.
Then once you feel like you've mastered that, then I think it'd be a great idea to start working on your own guard and shit. But you could probably work on both of them. Man, I'm not no coach. Tim was best. No. He's the best guy you could have too, for real.
Well, I'm doing this for self-growth. Bonding. It's all good bonding when we're there and brotherhood. And then just kind of fall in love with something different that I've never done before and I don't know how to really explain it, but get comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. And I think if I just focus in on that, focus in on what needs our podcast, we're going to start doing some skits. We got Jobins, we got a little horror short that we're thinking about doing, writing and starting, that we're going to shoot in the house, that we just think would be like an 12 minute short. And
showcase some acting and stuff. Yeah, showcase our talents. 100%.
So I'm using this sad energy, this stupid sad, because shit, girls, man, stupid stuff, stupid. I'm just someone that's like, I like relationships. You know what I mean? I just like it. But I need to dial it back in, focus on me, and get over that shit.
Yeah, it's not easy if you want a connection with someone, you know, and then things don't quite go as you. It's just like you move forward though, and it's just another one.
Bigger and better things. And that's the thing, that another thing that clicked. It's like, all right, Schmidt, you've been doing this loop and loop and loop with girls, right? Let's take the knowledge you've learned and actually apply it this time. You know, bud? So that's kind of where I'm at as well. And yeah, mainly so doing it for me. Because me and Brock, we've been lifting. We're going to lift today. And then we'll go to the gym all before work. Doing Jiu-Jitsu. I just want to better myself. And I think that's where and I feel good about it. You know what I mean? This is the first time in a long time where I feel good and motivated about myself. Not about something else, about myself. If that makes any sense.
And that's another skill that I try to work on, is staying motivated. You know, not having a reason to be motivated, but just creating motivation and internalize. I don't know. It's tough, man.
Well, and you know what else motivates me? Is seeing how excited you guys all get for me going and joining and doing it. Like even Tim and Sean, they were so excited because they know that I'm gonna love it. It's just gonna create so much good memories and everything, and I'm gonna be bettering myself at the same time. So, I hope this motivates somebody, and it didn't sound like I was crying or something. Because I'm trying to motivate. Because if you're going through anything, Jobins, just maybe learn or go with something I said. Because you could channel that with anything. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. If you're a rock climber, you know, you always wanted to rock climb, start rock climbing. I ain't gonna rock climb.
Definitely. If you have a passion, you should always follow it.
Right? It's just doing it. And not only doing it, staying consistent. And that's where it's a challenge to even start something. It's a different challenge to keep consistency. Because
it's so easy to come up with excuses.
Yeah. And to stop. So, yeah. I appreciate your motivation, too, with it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because soon I'll be good where I'm, like, really having fun with it, and then I'm going to be jealous how much further ahead you are than me. Mr. Three Stripe.
We'll see.
Let's tell them what happened. Let's tell them the story of my first day.
Oh, of rolling? Yeah. We were learning the guard. Well, you know, he just kind of started you off with the basics. He paired you with me and Brock, and then we went over the basics of guard passes with the pressure, which you made very difficult for me and Brock to have to break out of your guard because your legs.
I like defending way more than attacking.
Oh, yeah, I can tell, because once I passed you one time, you accidentally elbowed me in the nose.
Yeah, which I didn't even know, and then I'm rolling with Brock, and you come back, and you're like, oh, yeah. You just my nose is bleeding. I'm like, oh, what happened? You're like, you elbowed me in the face. I'm like, dude, when did that happen? When did it happen?
It happened when I was showing you how to do the guard pass, and I had your collar and then your leg over here, and I was like turning to get to your side to get side control, and then your elbow flew up and then got me in the knee, and my eyes watered up. And then I was like, once I had gotten done with that pass, I could tell that it was just like flowing down, you know, when it's like,
bad.
It was like, it's very loose right now. And then I was like shooting out in the bathroom, and then I had to go through quite a few paper towels, and then I had to go back a few times.
I'm so sorry.
And then that next morning I had more come out too in the shower.
Really?
And I was like, oh, that's a lot of blood. And then
damn, I got you good.
Then it was good.
Did it hurt?
Dude, it didn't hurt nearly as much as my hip hurt that same night. Oh, God,
yeah, because I got him twice, Jobins. Yeah, we probably just shouldn't roll with each other. Huh?
After that, because once we got done with the drills, Tim had us roll live with me on top position to try to maintain top position as long as possible. Very hard against you. You're a very strong guy. Know how to throw me over. But I held the mine as much as I could, and then I had your back at one time, and then you kind of went down on me.
Well, I remember you took my arm away. Like I was going to get up, and I remember you did something with my gi, and you pulled it, and I went off to my side. And I was just like, ugh. I was like, you strong. And in my head, I was like, this strong little bastard.
But anyway, the weight was like concentrated on my right like groin area, hip. And then I was like, oh, you pretty much had me tapped with me on your back. I was like, I can't do this. I had to sit out a round for that because it was like a shooting pain in my groin area, and then I was kind of limping the rest of that night. But then I was okay the next morning. It really recovered a lot that next day. So
I'm just that stupid new white belt who doesn't know how to do anything and where to exert and where not to exert, right?
It was all accidents. I have nothing against you, and I'm fine. If it was like a lingering pain like that wrist pain I had before, which is now good, but man, you get injured all the time. Like, it's just about resting up and I guess healing up and tapping early too, so you don't get any unnecessary injuries.
Yeah. Well, I feel like from now on with you, I'm just gonna be strong and just worry about resisting for you, so that it's harder for you to do something and you get stronger. Maybe.
Hey man, I always appreciate hard work.
Because I just feel like maybe if you roll with me that way and like you're just learning and I'm just being the dummy, just the strong dummy. That when you roll with, and Brock already said this, but it's not really a thing, but maybe that'll make the guys your size just feel real little.
Man, there's some tough guys at this size though.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm terrified to roll with the two guys that are big there. And the one, sure enough, Jobins, I come in, he's like, you want to be my partner? You want to be partner? I just went like this to him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. No, not yet. And all the guys are all like, oh, you avoiding me? I'm like, no, I'm not avoiding you. Just let me get my feet wet. Let me get my feet wet before I let you guys all start kicking my ass.
I'm telling you though, it happens to everybody.
Oh, I know. They all, dude.
Everyone gets their ass kicked,
Jobins,
dude.
Schmitty gets the eye. When I walk in,
You'd be the toughest one because how big you are.
I don't, dude. After doing that first practice, Jobins, when you're exhausted, and it's not like going, you think, I was one of those guys. I'm like, oh, I beat up all my friends. I can submit all my friends. I submit your brother in an armbar. He's this army guy. I flip him into an armbar. I think I know. You know what I mean? Jobins, when you roll against people who actually know jiu-jitsu, you don't know shit. And on top of that, technique on top of exhaustion equals grueling agony of getting your ass beat and tossed around. And you can, when I'm exhausted, I was like, oh, wow. I learned that first class that when I'm exhausted, you are now at a point where you can fuck me up.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, I guess.
It is. Because, dude, and that's another skill for all these guys who have been their cardio and everything, knowing when to exert your energy on positions, knowing how to do, like, where to breathe right, correctly. And because I don't even think I breathe correctly when I roll. I don't even think I am breathing. You know what I mean? And I just got it. I could hear Tim go, slow down, Schmidt. Slow it down. And I'm like, you're right. Because I'm such a bull. Like in my mind, I just want to get top position. Like I just want to squeeze and get you to the fucking ground. You know what I mean? And so I'm exerting a lot of energy that's not good.
Not necessary.
Yeah. So when those guys with technique, when you grab the gi in a certain spot or you just do a certain thing, it gets you. And it gets you quick. So it'll be cool to see my own progress with cardio and just breathing and when to exert.
Definitely. I'm excited.
Yeah. Because, oh boy, rolling with the big boys, they would sure fuck me up. And here's Tim, Jobins. I'm dead. And this is what terrifies me with jiu-jitsu all the time is because I threw up my first class. I went really hard with you guys, and then I'm dead. I'm like feeling like, oh God, I couldn't even lay down because if I laid down, I was getting real nauseous real quick. So I sat up against the cage, and I'm just breathing. Sona's like, you okay? You need water? And I'm like, yeah, I just don't even feel like getting up. You know what I mean? So I'm just focusing on breathing. People are talking to me, but I'm trying not to die. And then sure enough, Jobins, I put my head up and I'm like this, and I'm probably white. And Tim goes, you got 5 minutes, Schmidt, and you're going against Chris.
Yeah, and Chris is a killer.
Chris is a little fucking killer. How old is he?
He's like only 16, maybe going on 17, but he messes me up.
Oh, dude, Tim wanted Chris to kick my ass, dude. And I'm going to give it to him. Chris, you gonna get to fuck me up. That's how they're all like, oh, here's Schmidt, and especially Taya. I could see Taya just licking her fucking lips at me sometimes, just like I knew blood and I want to put him down. And that's how the big boys are. That's how everybody. But I know it's gotta happen. It will happen. But again, I just want to get my feet a little wet.
Just if you do roll with him, don't slam him or anything.
Oh, no.
He's still human and can get hurt.
Oh, so. I know. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I got to learn. I'm a white belt. I'm a little dangerous right now, Jobins, because of my...
That's true. White belts can be dangerous like that, especially pulling an armbar real quick or something.
Which I'm going to try not to. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, so that's already going to be
That's a good way to go.
My hurting someone's going to be if I accidentally slip and fall on you in a wrong angle. You know what I mean?
Accidents happen. Yeah. Accidents happen. Let's try to avoid them at all costs. But yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good.
But that was Captain Red Hawk just wanting me to go through the ringer on my first day.
You were tired too.
I know.
And then you get Chris like that.
And then I threw up in the bathroom and I was dry heaving because I had nothing to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I still have days like that when I feel like I could throw up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, dude, I need to get I'm going to get it this week. I'm going to just get a huge thing of water to take. So I'm drinking. And I just need to pace myself better. So I'm not fucking throwing up by the end of the class. That's another goal. Get through a class without dying.
Or be dead after every class.
That'll probably be, dude, for the first year, that'll probably be me, dude. That's how it's going to feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't skip any rolls, too, you'll feel so accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
That was upsetting because I wasn't feeling good. I was like, I can't even roll right now.
Damn. My bad.
No, dude, accidents.
I'm going to be more careful. But yeah. UFC talk?
UFC talk.
Yeah. Up next for Erin Blanchfield. How about that fight?
Man, I was honestly worried for her because Jessica Andrade, man.
Fighting like a bull.
Throwing those hands. And she was connecting quite a few times.
Oh, yeah. They were slugging it.
It's not like Erin didn't come out of that, pain-free.
Yeah. She's now on an 8-fight win streak. Dominated.
Her jiu-jitsu is impressive. Like her top game, she was passing and...
Yeah. So we got Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso at UFC 285 on March 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were already saying like, oh, yeah, she should get the title shot. Oh, but she's willing to fight someone before. Dude. Manon Fiorot. Manon Fiorot.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude.
Manon Fiorot?
Yeah, she's 10-fight win streak.
You think give her...
Her versus Erin Blanchfield.
I think Erin would run through her.
You think so?
Because when she takes her down, she'll submit her. Because Manon Fiorot, isn't she like a kickboxer?
Yeah.
So her stand-up, though, styles, though. What if she doesn't get taken down?
She's number one.
Because you know that Erin can get pieced up.
Yeah.
Erin could get touched on stand-up. Maybe that'd be a better fight than I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Styles make matchups.
Yeah. There's Tilia Santos, but she just lost to Valentina, Dude,
but... Valentina's good. Maybe pound for pound.
Pete!
Guard dog down there.
Guard dog just going off. Petrie.
Yeah, this is real.
All right, buddy. It's time. You're getting put down today, buddy. Yep. I know.
Oh, he's angry.
Who's out there? He's guarding right now, Jobins. I think this place is haunted. Sono's...
Yep, could be possibly haunted.
Hi? I'm going to pick you up.
It was the first dog attack on the pod?
Yeah. Sometimes you don't like being picked up, do you? But you're growling being a bad boy. No, I won't do it. Oh, you're okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Technical difficulties.
It's okay. Okay? Bark again, I'm going to pick you up. You bark again, I'm going to pick you up. All right. We're doing a pod, so shut the fuck up, okay? No, just kidding. But yeah, who do you think's gonna win between Valentina Shevchenko and Alex?
I think Shevchenko's gonna win.
Dude, what if she got the upset though? Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
That would be crazy. Maybe a knockout or something.
Be nuts. That's March 4th, dude. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that'd be a good number one fight. See who fights the winner of that fight. Unless it's Alexa, then I'm sure they'd probably go with the rematch, right?
Man, Erin's the best fight against Valentina.
Mm-hmm.
That rear naked choke was clean, man.
Dude, Valentina's so fucking dominant, though.
Yeah, I don't think she's been... This is that new wave.
Does she retire?
Erin Blanchfield's only 23.
Damn.
She's going to come in, I think, and...
That's crazy shit, too.
That's new wave shit.
That's right. This is Sono's girlfriend, and he was freaking out because she's like, wait, she's younger than me? So, yeah, that is insane. Next up, baby. Next up. I want to talk about featherweights right now, Jobins, because guess what? I just can't stop thinking about it. And is Islam... Someone made a funny thing. Mm-hmm. Islam Makhachev A smart man once said that Islam Makhachev starts with I and ends with V. I was like, damn, that was good. That was a good one. Who knows what's going on? I think they did.
Well, I mean, Russians haven't been the most clean track record.
Yeah, so many things have been tweeted out and then deleted about people saying this and that. Like, oh, no, Islam probably did do it. So that sucks. But my mind's going, do you think they're going to give him the rematch? Do you think it goes Islam versus Alex 2 next? Because things just keep coming out.
I mean, if it's like that, I would give him a second chance.
Right?
And he looked really good.
What do we do, Jobins? Let me know in the comments. Because here we go. So I'm just going to read off the top 10 in the featherweight. Number 1, Yair Rodriguez. 2, Max. 3, Brian Ortega. 4, Arnold Allen. 5, Josh Emmett. 6, Korean Zombie. 7, Calvin Kattar. 8, Giga. 9, Tupora. Oh, okay. And 10 is that also the Mazar Evolov guy. Mm-hmm. That's scary, dude. He's pretty scary. Most of these guys right now, dude, are coming off losses. So I say you do this. Let's play pretend they're doing the rematch.
Okay, I like it.
Yair Rodriguez versus the winner of Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Right? Now, do you think if they do the rematch, should the title be vacated from Alex?
No, they both lost. Or no, well, Yair hasn't, but Max has lost how many times to Alex? You don't give. I think you just. If Alex is having that rematch, he keeps the belt. I don't think he needs vacant.
And then we just do a defense. We've done a defense with the interim titles before, haven't we? I forget who it was, but I'm pretty sure it happened.
Yeah. I mean, the interim belt, huh? Is that how you would do it?
Yeah.
I guess that would work.
Yeah. So then I guess I would say you do Yair Rodriguez versus the winner of Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. I'm going Arnold Allen. What do you think?
I got Max.
You got Max.
The only person Max loses to is the greatest. The only person he loses to is the greatest.
Dude, how crazy would it be? Max beats Arnold Allen, comes and then gets the fight against Yair Rodriguez and wins the interim belt.
Mm-hmm. Just to lose again to Alex. I'd be like, man, let's give
Alex, don't come back to the weight class. Just stay up. Just stay the fuck up.
We know
leave Max alone.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, I don't want to see it again.
Yeah. But then think about this is a fight I think needs to happen. Brian Ortega versus Laya Tupora.
I love that fight.
Right?
I love that second guy you said. I think he's future. Sure.
Right? And Brian Ortega's all about he was tweeting out about Yair at first, and now it's like, you know what I mean? He's coming off a loss. So it's like, and he's number 3. And I think it's a perfect fight for if Brian Ortega beats Tupora, you know what I mean? It's a great win for him. He's right there again. Tupora, I think what I say is number 9. Mm-hmm. And look, Max Holloway, Arnold Allen booked. Josh Emmett coming off a loss.
Yeah, getting wrecked by Yair.
Zombie coming off a loss to the champ. Calvin Kattar, 2-loss streak. Giga coming off a loss to Calvin. So these top guys,
they're really not in that conversation.
Not right now. And then you got the also number 10 guy.
Number 9 and 10 are the guys that kind of seem like they're going to be sneaking in.
They're next up, dude. You could do you can argue Korean Zombie because he only loses to the best. If you go look at him, he's only losing to these champs and the best. That would be a good fight. Evolov versus Korean Zombie.
I like that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Man, Ilya, I would almost love to see Ilya fight Patty because of all the beef they had.
Right?
And I think he could beat him.
Yeah. Who were they saying the Patty's going to fight? Drew Dober?
My God,
I just don't see that fight happening, do you?
I don't think it's a good idea, like you said.
I think it'd be a fun fight, though. I'd be very excited for if they signed Drew Dober versus Patty. I'd be very excited. That'd be fun.
Damn. I think he beats Brian Ortega, too, Ilya Tupora.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Because who did he just beat that has amazing jiu-jitsu? Freaking Bryce Mitchell?
Yeah.
Man, he dominated
and he
Bryce.
Looked like an amazing performance, you know? So there's just so much to be called and going on. Because the Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen, that's not until April, so that's like 2 months, right? So it's all depending on what the fuck we're going to do with Volkanovski. Because there's so much there. It's like, ooh, there's some good shit that can happen right now. Little featherweight tournament.
I would love it.
Because then the winner of Brian Ortega Tupora, you could do versus the winner of the other guys.
Damn.
So yeah, what do you think, Jobins? Let me know in the comments. And then 3 fights I'm looking forward to this month. This coming weekend, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury.
Nice.
John Jones versus Cyril Gane.
Even better.
Gane, whatever. Bo Nickel and Jamie Pickett. I'm excited to see Bo Nickel back.
Yeah, this will be his first fight outside of the Dana White Contender Series, right?
Yeah. because he was supposed to make his debut, but then he got injured.
I think he's gonna steamroll whoever his opponent is.
Yeah, main card opener too. Debut.
What a card! John Jones versus Cyril Gahn.
We'll do a predictions next pod for that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, because that's already. But Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury this weekend. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Are you? Because dude, I really am. 8-0 versus 6-0, and they're gonna give Jake a ranking if he beats him. So how cool is that?
That is cool, man.
I thought that was pretty cool of them to be like, we're not gonna disclude this guy just because of where he's come from.
I hope he knocks him out.
Right? But what if Tommy Fury knocks out Jake Paul? Do you think that just makes Tommy Fury a huge star? Do you think he goes from, like nothing to somebody?
I think so. It'll be a big deal because I mean he knocked out Anderson Silva. I mean not knocked out, but he beat him.
I'm rooting for Jake Paul. Jake's been looking again. He's looking like he's working hard, and then he really wants it.
He does work hard.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure Tommy does the same thing. Boxing is the whole family. But yeah, that's Sunday, dude. 5-fight card. I don't know anybody on the main card, so my bad. I'm so sorry. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight. I'm going to learn about him that night.
Yeah, right. I'm not the most with the boxing either.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some celebrities in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. But, so go with your prediction.
Jake Paul.
How?
I think he wins. I don't know how many rounds it is, so I'll say the 6th round.
I think probably 8.
Maybe 8.
Yeah. I'm going to go 3rd round knockout Jake Paul.
Man, we'll see if the fight happens. What if Tommy Fury backs out?
Oh, God. That'd be annoying. Let us know in the comments, Jobins, who you got. And then Last of Us. You want to recap the Last of Us so far?
Oh, my God.
You had some complaints that I want to hear about.
Yeah, I did. My issue with HBO's The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
What happened last episode? Let's see. They were on a horse. They walked. They said some things. They were on a horse again.
Brenden. It was character development episode. It was CD.
Every episode seems like a character development episode.
Brenden, this showed Joel at his weakest, his
most
vulnerable. Okay, he doesn't know if his brother's alive or dead. He's going through anxiety. His age. He doesn't think He doesn't think she can do anything. That he's the protector. That he's the thing. He's not dead. There's no way he's dead. That'd be such a change from the entire series and show. I just think he's going to learn, hey, I'm just as fucking vulnerable as she is. And she's just as good as I am in this crazy world. And maybe I should fucking give her a little more respect. That's what's going to happen from this. And yeah, it was a lot of Lord of the Rings. I'm sure
That's a good way to compare it.
I'm sure it was a good 15 minutes just walking and talking for the whole episode. Not one fucking clicker again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I am a little sad. It's just how slow it is. And the fact that how many episodes are there? Is it 8 or 10? I don't know.
I still have yet to really care about any character.
And it just feels, some stuff just feels so forced.
The dialogue feels forced.
Yeah.
Like just the amount of times they want the main girl to drop the F-bomb and she does not seem naturally like she would say it. I'm sorry. I'm not convinced.
I know. And
maybe better casting. Maybe a better girl that would like say the F-bomb in a more believable fashion, because it is very robotic and stilted to me when she says it.
And unfortunately, Joel is too. Same tone.
Mm-hmm.
But what can you do? Can't be perfect, I guess.
Last of Us.
I'd
give it.
This girl's really
7.
important. This girl's super important. We need to get her to place.
I'm afraid.
I'm
happy. That's Joel. That's Joel. I'm excited.
What do you guys think? Again, let us know in the comments.
Walking and talking.
Yeah. Did you see, speaking of Walking Dead, you said walking, so I'm saying Walking Dead. Andrew Grimes filmed his first scenes for it with him and Michonne spin-off.
Andrew Grimes.
Oh.
You got the characters' names changed. Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick Grimes.
I'm a stone silly
Andrew
bitch.
Grimes.
Yeah.
That's
Andrew
cool
Lincoln. Andrew Lincoln.
I'm
My
gonna call
bad.
him that.
Andrew Grimes.
That's his name now.
Andrew Grimes.
You Andrew Grimes. I think you have the name of my character and my real name mixed up.
Give me a look like, do you know who I am? Do you watch the show? Yeah, but what do you think that's like, dude? I'm so over Walking Dead.
But it is based off my favorite like fictional character of all time.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes is a straight G.
Yeah, The Walking Dead. A lot of Jobins probably wouldn't even know that we've read that whole series or and how big of a fan I was of it.
Mm-hmm.
I straight was a nerd about that shit, Jobins.
Yeah, you were getting every issue of the comic like every month.
Dude, I would be at work and I'd be looking up the next issue after I got that issue. I'd go to the mall. Oh, I used to love those mall trips on a Tuesday. It would drop, and I'd go get my issue. Be pissed off sometimes when it didn't come with a sleeve, and I just got the paperback. I'm like, I got to buy a sleeve for this.
And then you'd have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm like, son of a bitch. But I loved it so much. And then the way they ended it, I thought there was more. They had like 4 lined up. And I'm like, okay. And then boom, I just got that one. And I'm like, this feels like the ending. Oh my God, it's over. And then sure enough, those were just cover-ups to make it surprise the fans. Mm-hmm. But how fun it was. I'll never forget watching the show and then surpassing the show with the comics, because I started watching the show first. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I'm going to start reading these comics. The show, so I want to know the difference. And then the show started getting fucking stupid.
Well, they were straying further and further away from source material.
Yeah, and it was weird how like I started reading and the show went down at the same time. So then now I'm like, oh my God, I love the comics so much more. Andrea is such a better character in the comics than the fucking TV show. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'll never forget surpassing it and then coming to Glenn's death in the comics before the show. And I remember just being like, because Negan, I was just like, whoa. Mm-hmm. Something that I've never really experienced that with any other comics or any other book or anything.
They did a lot of characters dirty. They did Carl dirty.
Oh, I hope they shit. Walking Dead, it's like, why are we wasting our time with Andrew Lincoln and Michonne spinoff? I would much rather them just start the fuck over.
Yeah, I'd start over with Andrew Lincoln.
He's still the same fucking good age that the guy is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Let's just restart. New cast. Everyone's new but Rick.
You could even de-age him a little bit for the first year.
Okay, let's keep Michonne. We'll keep Michonne. Michonne was cool. She did good. Let's restart.
I agree. Yeah. And then just build off that cinematic universe I was talking about. Let's reboot.
Why is it so hard? Because it just doesn't happen. Why is it so hard when something of a book or a comic is so good that the movie can be just as fucking good?
I think it has to do with AMC picking up Walking Dead and them having to follow those cable guidelines. Oh. You know, you can't say some things that you can say or show some things that you can in the comics.
Who was that? Who was like, that'll be good?
I mean,
look at the source material. Did they read the source material?
The producers, you know.
Or did they just go off fucking Robert the Success? They're like, oh, look at numbers.
And they had Kirkman sign off on it, I'm pretty sure, for the show. So, I mean, everything's kind of worked around it. And it was it's not like it's not a huge hit. I mean, a lot of people. Oh,
I know. Most people, I feel like, hate Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Listen to the comics. Do you like Walking Dead? Am I tripping too hard? Because that shit I was done with it.
I think it just fell off. Like, I think a lot of people loved it at first, but then it just got too much. Then the Talking Dead and then, like, the video games for The Walking Dead, it oversaturated, just like the Disney issues.
Well, I'm going to give this Rick Grimes and Michonne, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to see what's up. It's going to be the first episode chance type shit.
Dude, the next franchise that's going to be big, Jobins, is the Dungeons and Dragons movie with Chris Pine. Chris Pine, let's not forget, he was Captain Kirk. He brought Star Trek back. Why can he not do this for Dungeons and Dragons? I think this and then you got Michelle Rodriguez from Fast and Furious in it as the other person in it. Man, you're going to have a crew of characters we're going to like. I think we're going to get Fast and Furious vibes in a Dungeons and Dragons world.
I think Dungeons and Dragons is going to be the same level as War and Warcraft or whatever it is. World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft.
I don't know, man. I like the IP behind it. This could be a big project. I hope that this is it. This is going to be the big one. And then, like, Chris Pine's going to be known for Dungeons and Dragons.
We'll see. Dude, I was talking to Tim. Tim sleepwalks.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, does that terrify you? He's like, no, not at all. I'm like, have you ever seen the movie Side Effects? Remember that movie? Channing Tatum and you've never seen Side Effects?
Oh, is Ryan Reynolds in it?
No.
Side Effects?
Yeah, Side Effects. Rated R.
God, I don't remember this movie.
With, what's her name? I'm forgetting her name, but pretty good actress. She is fucking taking pills for, like, depression and anxiety, and she has side effects. Mm-hmm. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Because she sleepwalks.
And she sleepwalks. And I'm just like, dude, if something... Let me know if you've seen it, Jobins. I'm not going to spoil it for you because we'll watch it. I'd like to watch that with you.
Side Effects.
Side Effects, rated R. Starring Channing
Tatum. So you're worried that Tim could suffer from...
Yeah, I'm like, Tim, don't you think maybe something you might... I don't know. Because there's Step Brothers, and it's a funny scene where they're funny about it. oh, and I'm imagine like I like to imagine that's Tim.
They get all violent when they get
Yeah,
up.
dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if you bumped? Like, what if I stayed at your house one night, you're sleepwalking? I'm like, hey Tim, and you just like beat the shit out of me or something.
That would be scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I don't hope the sleepwalking's not that serious.
I know. It's like, what is sleepwalking about, dude? Like, what is that about? Made me want to research it, become a sleepwalking.
Dude, they still need to do research on sleep itself. So, like, they probably don't know very much about sleepwalking.
Right? Let's do some research. You got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here for episode 110?
The only other thing that I wanted to bring up, just because it hit my nostalgia, because my dad used to play it when I was a kid, and I used to hear it, and then, like, Brock was playing it earlier. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition from 1999. It's out on Xbox. I just downloaded it. We're probably going to play some co-op and shit. Jobins, I don't know if you've heard about this game. Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires, the whole series was just badass back in the day of like building up an empire and controlling your units and shit, and hearing the swords go chin chin chin. And then I just was like hearing it from his room, and I was like, man, I felt transported back to being like a kid. And then I was like, I can't wait to play this game again because it was a lot of fun. But that's basically like the highlight of my nostalgia trip right now is that game.
Well, that's cool. It's always nice to go through a nostalgic trip.
And like the graphics are awesome now too. It's so crazy what they can do nowadays.
Right? Yeah.
That's basically all it though right now.
That's all you got? That's what you're going to do for the rest of the day for your off day?
No, I want to work on writing some scenes for like our little short, the scary one.
Fire.
Try to figure out simple and like, but still scary. Yeah. Figure it out. Good balance.
Yeah. Make it fun too at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could do it. Especially with our cameras that we got, and like we got some fun angles and just fun shit that we can do with the four of us. I want to be like, I don't know if you Jobins have ever seen like Club Dread, Super Troopers. What's the other one?
Super Troopers, Club Dread, like you said.
What's the other fun one?
With all those guys, Beer Fest.
Beer Fest. And they got a couple other ones that failed mentions. But I loved those movies growing up watching with you. They were some of the best. Mm-hmm. We stumbled upon Club Dread on Charter Cable back in the day.
Yep.
And we were just looking for titties, and we're like, oh,
because there was titties at the beginning of the movie.
And I think in the trailer they showed. We're like, oh wow, in the trailer they showed these titties, and it looked funny, and we knew them from Super Troopers, because Super Troopers was big. Those, you want to talk about nostalgia? Those movies take me back.
When was the last comedy you saw where it was like there was titties in it like that?
I know, right?
Not that we need that for comedies, but hey, why we get rid of them?
Yeah, everyone loves a nice titty. What's wrong with a nice titty?
That movie's still good.
If we want to give guy butt cheeks and balls or what, I don't care. But a nice titty makes a scene fun. Mm-hmm. And can be funny. Oh, wow. But yeah, I want to be like that with us. I feel like us, because they're all like kind of the same characters or different characters, but same people. It'd be fun. What if we kept all our names too, and we did all our skits, same character names, but just completely different? I think it'd be fun.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah. So yeah. A lot of material to work with. Mm-hmm. Let us know. Would you watch Jobins? But yeah, episode 110.
I know, episode 110. That's a landmark. Thank you, Jobins.
It's a little milestone. Hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next time. Mm-hmm. One love. Love you guys.